Hello and welcome to Enjoy the View Travel. Let's Go Cruise Celebrity Summit Edition. Good morning from the sea. It's our final full day on the ship on Celebrity Summit, and it's a sea day, so those tend to be a little bit more relaxing. However, we did get up and watch the sun come up, and I highly recommend that you do that at least one morning. However, we tend to do it quite often. I just don't end up sleeping in on the cruise ships. So these are the pictures of the sun coming up, and we had an amazing time. Now, if you're in a balcony room like we were, it makes it a lot easier because you literally just step out your door. I don't have to worry about getting up and getting dressed. I can go out in my pajamas. I don't have to worry about my hair being done, makeup on, all of that. I can just step out and watch this glorious sunrise. So I hope you enjoy these pictures right here as we begin our last sea day. So on a typical sea day, you'll want to kind of check out your view around various times during the day. As you can see off in the distance, you can see land. This was us heading back. At the time, I did know what that was, but now I have forgotten. I don't remember if it was Cuba or if it was San Juan. We passed a couple of different places, and if you will check on your phone, like your weather app and things like that, it will usually tell you what is around and what you're close to. So that's kind of how we could figure that out. And then also some cruise lines, you can check on your TV and they will show you positioning and what you are close to, and so that you can also kind of figure out what is on the side of the ship that you're passing by. So don't be afraid to use your zoom feature on your phone, because you may not be able to see it just regularly, maybe just a little faint outline, but then you can zoom in and then you can obviously see the outline of the land there in the background. So be sure to check that out. Sea days, they are relaxing. It's a great day for reading. It's a great day for pool time. It's a great day for games, any of that. So let's see what we get into today. First up is breakfast. So we went and headed down to the main dining room for breakfast today. As you can see, I ordered an omelet. They usually have amazing omelets. This one was no exception. It was very good. A little hash brown there. I did get some mushrooms on the side, trying to get some, extra veggies in so that I could get mushrooms on the side. And then, of course, bacon. And it was all really good. Water, coffee, juices. They were usually coming around with a tray of different types of juice that you could pick. And then, of course, you can get coffee. You can bring in a specialty coffee if you want that. I'm pretty sure you could order specialty coffee as well. But we just kind of ordered regular coffee and did our own thing with that. But if you haven't tried breakfast in the dining room, I highly recommend it. Of course, there's breakfast on the buffet, and that's quick and easy, but especially on a sea day when you have a little bit more time and you're not rushed, go check out the breakfast in the dining room. It was really nice. We sat at a table by ourselves. However, there was a couple at the table next to us, and they do have some of the tables pretty close, so you obviously can talk to them. And we had a nice conversation with the couple that was sitting next to us. So don't be afraid also to sit at a table that has more people than are in your party. I think the first day we went and had breakfast in the dining room, we sat at a table for, there was 4 of us, so maybe there was 10, it would hold 10. And we met a very nice couple from North Carolina, I believe. I actually have become friends with her on Facebook, and so I can keep up with her travels, and she kind of keeps up with mine, although she travels more often than I do. But it was nice to talk with them, and great conversation. And then we also met a group of senior ladies who were sisters that were on a cruise together, and they were hilarious. And I'm wanting to say they were from up north, but I don't remember if it was New Jersey. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they were a wonderful group of ladies, and we continued to see them on the ship throughout, and we always make sure we said hello. So don't be afraid to go and sit with people and meet new people. That's another fun thing on the cruise ship. So we decided to go and do a quick check and see where we were. A little bit closer to land. You can obviously see in the distance that we're a little bit closer. But these makes for some really great pictures. So make sure that you're continuing to take pictures throughout the day on a sea day, just like you would any other day. Even though you're probably doing a lot of things on the ship, just don't forget to continue to look for those things and don't get so involved inside the ship that you forget what's outside the ship as well. All right, so we went to the dining room for lunch today as well. So I took a quick snapshot of the menu so that you could kind of see what was offered. So for this day, and you can see at the top that they do note what is gluten-free, what's vegetarian, what has no sugar added, and what is lactose-free. So they do offer those little pictures and icons beside things, so that way that it helps you if you have a special dietary need. So they have the starters, the main courses, as you can see. So also it's a little bit more limited than what you would have at dinner time. The dinner menu is a little bit more extensive. Lunch is a little bit less options, and so I went with the burger and the fries. And it was really good. No complaints there. It was a good hamburger, good French fries. Service was good. A little funny note that my mom was just full and she didn't finish all of her food. And they were very, was it okay? Was there something wrong? Can we get you something else? And we were like, no, it was good. And she was like, I'm just full. I don't want any more. So the staff is always amazing. They are always so, attentive to you and trying to make sure that you are having the best experience possible. And they're, anything that you want or need, they will go get it. Just ask, because a lot of times you don't realize that you can just ask, and they'll do that. So as you can see, you had a really good wide choices of things, and so yeah, everybody got something that they liked or wanted. We tried a couple of different things. The skewers were really good. I don't remember if anybody tried the mushroom soup. And then I don't think anybody did the greens, but I'm pretty sure that we had gotten the skewers and those were pretty good. And then, of course, the burger and fries, that was really good. I can't remember what everybody else got. Try out the dining room for lunch. It's not always open. Sometimes they will only have dining room open on sea days. So you'll need to check and see when the dining room options are. And then some cruises have a dining room open for lunch every day. So it will depend on the cruise line. But I feel like on this cruise that it was only open on sea days. So make sure that you plan accordingly if you want to try it out. All right, so I tried to provide some cruise tips when I can. As you can see, there are magnets on the walls. So the walls of your cruise ship are magnetic. So if you bring magnets with you, then you can utilize the space of your wall. So for example, you can see that I hung my hat up and I hung my lanyard over there on my magnets. You can also take the magnets that have the clips on them, so you can clip paperwork and things like that. So we tend to keep the counter space because you don't usually have an abundance of counter space. So to keep that clutter free, we any of our tickets or anything, papers, we kind of clip them or magnetize them to the wall with the magnets. And that way they're up out of the space up on the wall, and it, keeps it kind of clutter free and kind of keeps things organized for you. So your door is also magnetic. So That way you can just utilize more space and you don't have to necessarily take up more space for things that you could hang, purses, cover-ups, jackets, things like that. So if you need a little extra space, bring you some magnets. I take them every time that we go, and we always use them. Those bigger round magnets are really great for, like, if you're pulling out your outfit for the evening, like while you're getting your shower and stuff, and you want to pull it out of the closet and kind of hang it over there on the wall so it's ready to go. We did that on our last cruise. So just something to think about. Grab you some magnets and take them with you. Just pack them in your suitcase, and you don't have to worry about them. So today we decided to visit the solarium, which is the adult-only pool. Now, when I say adult-only, it is 16 and up is what they consider for adult-only. And this pool is covered, so if there's weather outside, it's probably going to be a little bit busier in here if it's raining or things like that. But it is covered. It's warmer. The pool is actually heated. There are some waterfalls. It is a walk-in pool, so it has stairs going down, and it's not a ladder that you have to climb to get into. It's about 4 feet, so it's more of a wading pool. It is their thalassotherapy pool. So over here on the side, so you see where that arrow is pointing, that's like a metal bench, and where the metal bench area is a jetted area. So the water is kind of like in a jetted tub or a whirlpool moving around. It was so relaxing to sit in that. You got to kind of get up into it. If you're a shorter person, you may need some help. So that we sat in that for quite some time. Very relaxing. I believe I said that the water is heated. And you've got these huge, looks like faucets where the water is coming down. So it has a good waterfall sound. And you could actually go under the water and, get wet. It was a very, very nice experience. Now, on certain cruises to like Antarctica and Alaska and the Baltics, they will have what they call family hours that from 5 to 7 p.m. that allows children to swim, just because that is pretty much the only pool that's available on those sailings, because it's colder outside, so you're not going to have as many people swimming outside. So they do offer some family time where kids can come, but it remains adult only the rest of the time. Well, one of the bad things about it being the last day is you have to pack. And typically you have to have your luggage out by a certain time, and they give you all of that information. Usually you'll get that information the night before when your room steward leaves your papers for the next day. So that information will be on there and tell you when you need to have your luggage out so it can be taken off the ship. You also do have the option to walk off the ship with your luggage, but we rarely do that. We'll just go and pick it up and then go about our way to get home. But so last day was spent packing and getting everything done so that our bags were ready to go. That's always a sad part of the day, but it is something that has to be done in the last day or so. And that brings us to our final dinner on the ship in the dining room, and it was amazing as always. Now, one of the things was they had a couple of different pasta options, and then they had, your steak options and everything, and I really wanted to get the steak, but I really wanted to try some of the pasta out. So you can actually ask if they can bring you an order. This is the order of I think it's tortellini pasta, but I asked for it to be brought in an appetizer size. So they did bring it out, and they brought it out during appetizer time. And so it was a smaller portion. It was so good. So don't be afraid to ask for something if they offer it in an appetizer size, and so that you can try it. Also, don't be afraid to share with whoever you're eating with. So whoever you're on the cruise with, you guys can share stuff too. So if you want to get something in, both of you try it out. And then, of course, the French onion soup on Celebrity is phenomenal. It is the best, I think, of all the cruise lines that I've been on. It is my favorite, and I will continue to get it. So if you are a fan of French onion soup, definitely get it. It was amazing. I was so sad that this was the last night we were going to have it, but looking forward to it again in next March when I go. And then we had steak, had green beans and carrots and potatoes. It was really, really good. Amazing final dinner. We enjoyed it so much, and we had an amazing wait staff. So don't forget that you can tip your wait staff if you would like extra. We pay our tipping ahead of time, but then when I feel like that our servers and stuff have gone above and beyond, leave them a little extra something. And so we gave them a little extra because they were phenomenal, and we were able to have them every night for dinner. So if you have that opportunity, make sure that you do that. Thanks for joining us here at Enjoy the View Travel on our latest travel adventures. Our contact information is listed below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment below. And until next time, enjoy the view.